because the first part, I could tell that there was something glitchy going on with the recording because the seconds kept jumping on the video. So I already started this reading. I'll catch you guys up, but welcome to my channel, whether it's your first time here or your return viewer or subscriber. I hope that the message is helpful or that it resonates. And if it doesn't, just keep in mind that it is a general reading and it's not going to resonate for everyone, okay? And you can also check out your moon sign, your rising, and your Venus, because those planets may be more prominent in your chart. Also, guys, for the subscribers or those who are thinking about subscribing, go ahead and subscribe because I've got my giveaway for 5,000 views going on now. I'll be giving away 2 free readings of your choice, okay? So the information, the video is already out for that. So like I said, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get notified of whatever I've got going on. I'll have a link in the comments to that video so that you can get updated on the giveaway I have. Also, I'll be doing live readings now. I'll be offering 2 live sessions a week through Chatalyze. So you can either book a 30-minute session or a 15-minute session with me. So there'll be links to that also. And that's also explained in the giveaway video. And then also I'm doing extended readings again. And those readings will be available on Chatalyze. Not Chatalyze. They'll be available on my Patreon site. So I'll have a link in the comments to that too. And if you ever have any questions about anything that I'm offering, check out the About Me section. Okay, that's where I'll keep everything updated. And you can get this scheduled for the live readings there. Okay, but the links will take you directly to whatever I'm offering. So like I said, go ahead and check those out, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. Let me take this back for a second. So this is for the month of November, okay? So the current energy was the 7 of Pentacles, okay? And the 7 of Pentacles indicates that you feel like you've been putting your efforts into something and you're just not seeing anything. And you're kind of tired at this point, all right? And you're at the point where you're contemplating, are you going to continue to put effort into something that hasn't ever showed you the results or the kind of results you want? Or are you going to just chalk this up to a loss, okay? Clarifying that, I got the 10 of Wands, okay? You feel like you're at the breaking point with this situation, all right? For those of you who are in a relationship, you feel like you're carrying the burden of responsibility in this relationship, okay? And that can be anything as far as making it work, putting effort out there, making sure that you guys see each other, making sure you connect. You feel like you're the only one who's doing that. Okay. Also for my singles, this just could indicate that you're frustrated because either you have so many responsibilities right now that you don't have the time to date and you would like to date. You're frustrated that there's no time for you to spend on your love life, right? Or maybe you have been putting time into effort in dating and you've just been dating people that haven't really panned out. So you're kind of frustrated by that, okay? Now, what your challenge is, what's crossing that is Judgment in reverse, okay? So what this is saying to me is that for those of you who are in a relationship, or you just met somebody and you feel like you're the one who's putting in all the work and the effort, maybe your challenge is to not be in denial about the situation. All right, when we see Judgment in reverse, sometimes we're not accepting the fact that, you know, it is what it is. You know, if the other person isn't putting any effort, 9 times out of 10 is because their interest level is just not where yours is, okay? Or they're selfish. There's a whole host of reasons why one person sits back. Maybe they're used to you doing everything, okay? Maybe you're just in denial of the fact that maybe you're dealing with someone who just isn't at the same place that you are. I think I said that already. Also, with the Judgment in reverse, it can represent, you know, that you have a tendency to misjudge people, okay? Maybe you thought this person wanted to be with you. You thought this person wanted a committed relationship or whatever the case may be, and maybe they don't, okay? So we can go ahead and clarify this Judgment card, and we got the King of Wands. So some of you may be dealing with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. The Sagittarius, King of Wands can be a Sagittarius or a Scorpio also, but it is fire energy. So maybe that is the person that you're dealing with, okay? So for those of you who are dealing with those signs, let me know. But also, as an obstacle, the King of Wands is someone who really knows what they want. So I think your challenge is to be more confident about knowing what you want and knowing what you will not deal with, okay? It's sometimes being confident is not about just going after what we want, but it's also knowing when not to accept what we don't want. Okay, moving on to what you're coming out of, this past energy is the Ten of Pentacles. So for some of you, this can indicate a divorce, okay? If not, it just indicates that maybe the beginning of this relationship wasn't the most stable, wasn't the most, didn't leave you feeling that secure. Maybe a lot of things happened in the beginning that kind of left things, you know, uncertain. Maybe some of you in the past, you know, this can indicate that maybe you grew up in a situation where you didn't see a lot of stability, and so therefore that energy kind of travels with you. All right, so that's something you want to be careful of. So let's go ahead and clarify that. We've got the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So this was something for those of you, maybe you feel like you gave up on a situation. All right. And for some of you, maybe this is a reconciliation with someone. Maybe this is someone who you've had this up and down situation. So you gave up on the situation before for whatever reasons, because you were tired of fighting for it, tired of being the one doing all the work. And then you find yourself back in a situation with this person again. Why? Well, I'm skipping ahead, but in the what you want section, we've got the King of Pentacles in reverse. And the King of Pentacles in the reverse is not very reliable. Okay, he's not the most committed person. He's the very opposite of the King of Pentacles. He can be manipulating. Any of the court cards in the reverse comes with manipulation, okay? Because when the court card is in reverse, this person doesn't know how to manifest the positive qualities. And when people don't know how to manifest things, they tend to try to manipulate, all right? So the King of Pentacles may be somebody who doesn't necessarily want a commitment, all right? And so I just tied that all in together. But moving towards the future energy, before we get into that further, you got the Page of Cups. So for some of you, you guys move towards a situation where, you know, this may be a new romance, okay, new love coming in the future, or you and this person that you're having these difficulties with get to a point where you're able to enjoy each other again and emotions are flowing again. Okay, we clarify that and we get 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's still some issues with the effort that this person or you, whoever is lacking in their efforts, there's still a bit of an issue with that with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? And it also represents a commitment issue, all right? So moving towards what you want, you may want someone who has commitment issues, and that's why you're carrying the burden in this relationship, Capricorn. I just did the Sagittarius reading, but I know this is the Capricorn reading. So that may be why you're having such difficulties, is because the person that you're dealing with just isn't on the same page with you. We clarify that, we get the Ace of Cups. You know, the love may not be there, okay, for whatever reasons. There may be reasons why this person is still with you. Some people, they tend to stay in a relationship, whether it's for children, whether it's until something else comes along, whether it's the fact that they know you're a good person or that you guys have some type of history together. But whatever it is, either they're very negative or they just don't have the same type of love, or they don't have the love that you would need from them. But for whatever reason, this is the person that you want. And so Capricorn, I feel like that's why you're having these issues, is because this person is just not, whether they're telling you that they want to be with you, who they really are is someone who just seems to be a little bit manipulative, okay? What's motivating you right now is there's nothing else going on, okay? With the Ace of Wands here, there's a lack of motivation, there's a lack of passion, there's a lack of everything, okay? There's a lack of sex. So you now are just very frustrated because it's like, wow, you know, I'm not getting any effort from you, and I'm not getting any romance, no passion, no physical, like, you know, satisfaction. It's just like there's too many different things happening. Clarify that, we get the King of Swords in reverse. So you just feel like there's not only do you feel like there's just no love coming from this other person, but they may be, once again, very manipulative, okay? But it may be causing you to become imbalanced also, Capricorn. All right, so maybe your responses to things have been a little bit nasty because you feel like you're being used, basically. All right, you feel like this person's using you. But once again, your challenge, right, is to just see things for what they are. And, be the King of Wands and say, listen, this is either not what I want. This is not going to fly. You better, shit or get off the pot in this situation. Or you just move on because you're not accepting anything less than what you want, okay? Moving on to your advice for this reading, we've got the World card in reverse. So it seems like there's just some unfinished business. And your advice is that if things are stagnant, okay, you've got to think of what you can do to get out of that rut. Okay, if you feel like things are stagnant, you feel like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders, with the World of reverse, you feel that also. You've got to figure out, is it time to move away from the situation? Is it the end of this chapter? Or is there something that I'm missing? Is there something that we need to complete? Is there something that we haven't done to get to the end? Okay, and whether that's the end of this chapter of stagnation or the end of this relationship in general. Okay, from my singles, you've got to figure out why you're stagnant. You've got to figure out why you're stagnant. You got to figure out why you're attracted to people that can't give you the kind of love or relationship that you want, okay? That's something for you to figure out. You've got to figure out why it's a challenge for you to be the King of Wands when it comes to your own love life and relationships. External energy is the Five of Cups in reverse. So somebody may want to reconcile with you. This person may realize that they're not pulling their weight or they're not doing what they can, and they may feel even guilty about it. And one thing I can say, other than the King of Pentacles being someone who has commitment issues, sometimes the underlying factor to that is that emotionally they're damaged, okay? With the Ace of Cups in reverse, doesn't necessarily mean they don't love you at all, but I feel like their love is compromised for whatever reason. They have issues internally that they need to deal with. And so it's manifesting as them being, kind of sulking. They want to reconcile with you, but they're also suffering with grief and guilt because they know that they're kind of messing things up in this situation. Let's go ahead and clarify the Five of Cups. Ooh, we got the Queen of Wands. So for some of them, they want to reconcile with you or they don't want to leave you because they like who you are. They genuinely like who you are as a person. All right? They feel like you are the kind of person that they want to be with, but for whatever reasons, they have their own issues that they're trying to work out, Capricorn. All right? So it may not necessarily be you, or it may be some sort of, because you are this Queen of Wands personality, because you are so vibrant and cheerful and outgoing and attractive and all that stuff, maybe it messes with their confidence, okay? And then it causes them to have issues that they need to deal with. But, you want this person. If this is people on the outside looking in, they see you as this vibrant person that's like, stuck on this particular situation, not wanting to move away, still trying to make it work in this situation with somebody who isn't really giving you much to go off of, okay? Your hopes or your fears. I'm going to pull another clarifier because the Queen of Swords is tricky. Okay, for the Queen of Swords, you may be hoping for the honesty. You may be hoping for the truth. For some of you, you may be hoping that you can maybe end this situation but remain friends with this person. Okay, so let me go ahead and clarify that. Ten of Pentacles. So I think you want to cut out all the nonsense and you want security. All right. You want a more secure, stable situation. You want the family life. You want marriage. You want commitment. Okay. But in order to get that, you need clarity. And I feel like that's what the Queen of Swords represents here. She wants the clarity and to cut through all of the BS and just like, listen, do you want to be with me? Yes or no? Okay. Moving on to the outcome, we've got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So there's some type of truth, you know, here that may be revealed. It may be a truthful conversation. It may be something happens that someone, you know, somehow the truth is exposed. But it's also about your mindset, you know, and sometimes when we tend to not trust the person for whatever reason, you know, we tend to harp on everything that they've done wrong. So sometimes when I see the Seven of Swords in the reverse, it's like you're no longer concerned about everything that went wrong. You're ready to move forward and open up to, you know, what can go right, right? Let's go ahead and clarify the Seven of Wands and Swords, I should say, and we got the Six of Swords. So for some of you, you know, you're going to realize the truth and that it's time to maybe move away from this situation. For others of you, you're going to have the ability to get out of this rut. All right, you're going to have that mental clarity. Your mind opens up. So where you've got the confusion and things going on now, you'll get a clear vision of the path that you want to go towards moving forward. Okay, that's what the Six of Swords represents. It represents either you're going to move away from this relationship or you're going to move away from the mindset that's got you stuck and find a way to communicate to this person that their behavior or their lack of effort is not acceptable. Okay, Capricorn. So that has been the reading. At this point, I'm going to go into the extended reading where I pull more cards. This is a complete reading, but you know, in tarot, you can pull cards forever. I can get 55 decks and we can get more details and more details and more details. So that is what the extended reading, it's more details, okay, about what's going on in this situation. And so if you're interested in that, I'll have the link below to the Patreon site. You can go check that out. If you would like a personalized reading that's more tailor-made to you and your specific situation, you can contact me. My information will be in the description bar also. My websites are down there where you can purchase readings. You can email me if you have questions, or you can leave a comment, okay, guys? But leave a comment anyway, because that's how you get entered into the giveaway. So make sure you check out that reading and check out that video. Once again, there'll be a link. And I will see you guys at the next reading, okay? Bye, Capricorn.